Welcome to this first edition of NABJTV. I'm Makayla Evans.
And I am Tia Hill. Today, we will be covering USC students' trust with the police following the Breonna Taylor case, opinions on the first presidential debate, and more.
Stay tuned because NABJTV, the network where Black stories matter, starts now. Nigeria has seen a great deal of protest. The country's president announced the disassembly of Special Anti-Robbery Squad, notoriously known as SARS, on October 11th. SARS was originally created to combat armed robbery and other serious crimes. Yet, over the years, the group has been accused of illegal assaults and shootings. The unnecessary violence in Nigeria continues as protests go on. There have been ruthless killings amongst protesters, and protesters have called for more changes for how the country is ran and changes in security forces. Be sure to educate yourself and bring awareness to the protest by using the hashtag #EndSARS.
Election day is right around the corner. From misjudgments of COVID-19 to unjustly responses to police brutality among Black people, voting is important now more than ever. In addition, the first 2020 presidential debate is one for the history books. Reporter Makayla Evans reports from Green Street to see how students feel about the first presidential debate.
You let him finish, sir.
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
You pick
You'd be surprised.
the wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Every 4 years, two candidates face off in a debate for U.S. citizens to decide who is best fit to become President of the United States. This is their opportunity to lay everything on the table in hopes to capture your vote. They go head-to-head on varying topics, including how to improve the U.S. economy and social injustice. But this year's first presidential debate was like no other. We took this hot topic to Green Street in order to see what USC students thought about the first presidential debate.
I thought it was kind of a mess. I thought it was a little bit unprofessional.
It was kind of just a war.
The first presidential debate was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, this is something that I was kind of expecting.
It was frustrating me to just watch two adults, two 70-year-old men argue like little kids, and I really just don't think I gained anything from the debate.
This year is probably the most important year to vote because of everything going on. First of all, COVID, and we need to figure out how we're going to address the problems, and it's important to have a president that knows what they're doing and how they need to go into the office and how to change everything.
If you see the way that our current government is functioning, it's not really good, so we just got to improve to make the country a better place.
I feel like I was more informed, though, even though it wasn't surprising. It just gave me more of an idea of what the two presidential candidates are like.
Make your voice heard. Go out and vote. Signing off with NABJ TV, I'm Makayla Evans.
It's time for a history lesson. In February of 1870, the 15th Amendment was ratified, giving African American men the right to vote. In August of 1920, 50 years later, the 19th Amendment was ratified, giving all women the right to vote. Even though African Americans now had the right to vote, they still faced voter suppression at the polls.
There were those who said that we would get here only over their dead bodies. Well, talk. All the world today knows that we are here and we are standing before the forces of power in the state of Alabama saying we ain't gonna let nobody turn us around.
Eventually, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed, ending voter suppression. That is why it is so important for you to get out and vote for your national and state leaders. Let's exercise the basic rights our ancestors fought long and hard for since they touched this U.S. soil. Will the lines be long? Yes. So will it be worth it? Yes. Why? Because your vote matters. This year alone has shown us why it is so important to use our voice to fight for change. So I encourage you to get up, get out, and go vote.
The senseless killings of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery brought the U.S. out of their homes due to COVID and into the streets protesting against police brutality again. Protests continued at the end of September after the Breonna Taylor verdict. The verdict announced that none of the 3 officers involved in the killing of the future nurse will be charged with murder. Reporter Kayla Jeffers covers USC students' trust with the police now after the many outcries against police brutality this year.
According to Kentucky law, the use of force by Mattingly and Cosgrove was justified to protect themselves. This justification bars us from pursuing criminal charges in Miss Breonna Taylor's death.
The verdict following the senseless killing of Breonna Taylor left many people disheartened. The state of Kentucky only charged 1 out of the 3 officers with first-degree wanton endangerment for carelessly shooting into the homes of Breonna Taylor neighbors. Protests for justice for the aspiring nurse continued after the summer-filled fight across the world against police brutality towards Black people. At the end of September, demonstrators in Columbia were seen in front of the State House chanting "Say her name" in response to the verdict.
I was disappointed, but I was not surprised because, I knew because we are in a very messed up court system. I just knew it was just going to happen like that.
I was on the brink of tears. I was absolutely appalled that the drywall surrounding a sleeping woman that got shot was given justice before she was.
Somebody asked me yesterday, what does a revolution look like? This is what a revolution looks like. This is what a revolution looks like.
You know, I'm of course privileged as an African American, but I don't forget about the people who aren't privileged. And so when I see unjust, I take action to it because it's not just me in this world against everybody else. It's us as a collective, us as a community, because we stood as a community through slavery, we stood as a community through Jim Crow. We're going to stand as a community through police brutality.
Of course, I've always been a pretty respectful person, but you know, you have to go the extra mile dealing with officers. And sometimes even that extra mile won't get you, out alive.
Changes against police brutality are what students at USC are looking to see as their trust with the police decreases.
Trust has definitely decreased with the police, just knowing that we were taught growing up that the police is supposed to protect us, but if they can't even protect someone who was not doing anything inside of their home, sleeping, then how are we going to protect our normal citizens in America?
I don't really want to go to them unless it's if it's at my last resort, and if I feel like I'm in some kind of trouble, I try to go to family, things like that, to get them going like that. But I don't feel like the police are mostly here to protect us because, as we've seen, that hasn't been what's happening.
Just to see, how they're not really punished for their actions versus how we are.
Reporting for NABJTV, I'm Kayla Jeffers.
Thanks, Kayla. If you want to help with cases like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery, and more in the fight against police brutality, visit grassrootslaw.org. When music is playing from Green Street, that can only mean one thing. That is the sound of Hip Hop Wednesday. President Caslen stopped by the first Wednesday of this month to see the different OMSA clubs promote their organizations. Last Wednesday, during Homecoming Week, cues were getting pied in the face to raise money for their organization. While DJ IM provided the music, students danced to their favorite songs, and sororities and fraternities strolled across Green Street. Here's a quick recap.
I'm a late bloomer, third year on the scene. 20 racks don't feel like nothing to me. Came from the streets, it turned me to a beast. Invisible set diamonds hugging my piece. But me for a show, I need 80 at least. I want the smoke, ain't no keeping the peace. Keep me a razor when I'm in the east. Open them up just like a surgery. Everything burning around me on lit. Show a little attitude, swap out the I spent $250, don't know where it went. My hood on my back, I gotta represent. Toronto, you useless, you don't got a pole. Warm that boy up, he got shot in the cold. 30 rounds in the clip, let it unload. I f***ed up, chop it right out of Vogue. Took 20 on my first vacay. I ain't picking up, I'm a Turk's little baby. Every other watch got diamonds in the face. Pulling out, asked to take a taste, little baby. Pulling out 50 racks, walking out of chase. If I drop dead, I'll be hard to replace.
Halloween is tomorrow, and it's not too late to partake in the festivities that come with it. Here's reporter Josh Carriger to help you get started.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Carriger, and we're coming to you live from my own kitchen. Today, we're going to show you guys how to carve a pumpkin. This is just the way I've been taught to do it, but you can do it your own way by any means. Let's get started. Oh, shit! First things first, you're obviously gonna need a pumpkin. And if you're a pretty boy like me, you're gonna need some gloves because I don't like getting my hands dirty. You're gonna need a pumpkin carving kit and some lights to go in it when you're finished. And if you can draw, go ahead and freehand something on this beauty right here. If God skipped you in that department, go ahead and figure out something online. Let's get into it. First, I'm gonna open the pack. We're gonna use this to cut open the top so we can get it out. I brought this other knife just in case, because I don't know how pumpkins work. All right. And as we see, it's not, oh, okay. Maybe I just gotta go around deeper. All right. Woo, all right. We're finished. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is try and twist it off. Oh, there you go. Already out. So now you wanna go back into your kit and get the scraping tool. And you're gonna use this to take all of the insides out. All right. Now we're gonna tape the picture onto the pumpkin. Next, this part is extremely long. You're gonna go in your kit and get the pointer. And you're going to literally trace and poke holes in this paper forever and ever. I just want to share a tip. I think you're supposed to like poke on the black line. And I was going around the black line. Yeah, so most definitely follow the black line. All right, I am finally finished, somewhat. This is what it's going to look like. Isn't it beautiful? I can save this pumpkin some way or another. Not his eye. Oh, oh. I don't want to ruin his face, because if it falls out, I will cry. If you couldn't tell, my major is art and design. Ready? Wow! There goes his face. Right out the front. And there you go. It's been a great night. I've had so much fun. I'm gonna go cry now. See ya. Signing off for NABJTV, I'm Joshua Carriger.
Thanks, Josh. It was the fog for me, but nice try though. We would like to use NABJTV as a platform for students of color to showcase their talents. Likewise, this aspiring director in particular has used his social media platform to showcase his passion for film. Junior Darian O'Neill's first short film, Black Boys Bleed Red, showcases the humanity and diversity of Black males. Check it out.
To To see more of Darian's work, you can follow him below on Instagram at Darian O'Neal and subscribe on his YouTube channel. If you have any special talent that you'd like to share with us, please contact us at nabjtv@outlook.com. That's all we have for today's show. Thank you for watching our very first episode of NABJ TV. We'll see you again at the end of November. I'm Makayla Evans.
And I am Tia Hill. Have a safe Halloween, and remember that you matter, we matter, and Black stories matter.